Hello, my name's Emma. If you've not been to my channel before, I'm a mobile hairdresser. I get a few questions about how I carry my products around, and also what do you find is the best trolley to use or whatever. And I have to say the Sibel Rollercoaster trolley has been the best by far. Been doing this job mobile probably about 25 years now, and I got this one under a year ago and I just love it. I wish I'd done it before. I'd usually used cheaper ones because I just thought, how can £200 odd be worth it? But it's definitely worth it in my mind. So I thought I'd just show you around and tell you why I think it's brilliant. Right, the neighbours just decided to start drilling, so I'm sorry if you can hear that. This is my old one, which I used to get from Capital. Replaced it often. It's kind of fabric, and it would fray and it would look tatty, and that would irritate the heck out of me. Bottom bit wasn't too bad, decent size, could get a lot of stuff in it, but I did have to replace these quite often, and these came up about 60 quid, something like that. So that's now gone. So here it is. I've got the rose gold. I thought it was my favourite colour out of the three. I think it's silver, black or rose gold. And I have one side pocket to keep the trolley, which comes with it, which is a godsend. I love it. The other side, quite often you can get them where they've got little slots so you can put brushes or your hairdryer and that in. I wasn't worried about that because of can't in and out of the boot. I just think things might fall out, so that wasn't imperative, but this side definitely was. So the reason I really like this part is because when you're mobile, you could be working in the kitchen, you could be working in the bedroom. If you've got to use foils, so you're doing highlights or balayage or something like that, sometimes it's kind of a gymnastic move or a yoga move to keep trying to reach your tint. Be aware of the floor, always try and have a floor covering if you can when you're working in someone's home, especially with colour. Whereas this is wonderful because the wheels move so easily. I mean, we're on carpet here and I'm swinging it about. I'll show you a bit of footage of me doing it on a hardwood floor or lino. It just moves so effortlessly. And so this has a little area that you just slide on top of the handle like that. Voila, you have your own tint trolley. It is pretty small, I'll give you that, but I find when you've got the top bag, you can put your foils on here, and then you can fit 2 tint bowls on top of your bag here, and you just slide it around with you while you're working. It's just so easy. And I love it. And I have seen someone actually, they've bought a bigger trolley, or bigger tray, beg your pardon, and they put Velcro on the bottom, Velcro on the top here, stuck it to it. So then when that's on there, you've got a larger tray, so you've got a bigger surface area. I thought that was a genius idea, brilliant. So then that slides back in there. It's never fallen out when I've taken it in and out of the boot. It's always stayed put, brilliant. So the next thing I want to talk about is the handle. I have to say, on my cheaper trolley that I normally use, or used up until now, the handle was brilliant because sometimes you want to slot it down when you want to carry it over into a threshold, into a house, or just to put it into your boot. That sometimes slips on this one. That's the one downside. I can show you if you want to put it down low, so then you can lift it. It doesn't always lock into position. So sometimes you have to work it to get it, or just have to have it higher to carry it. If you've got, or obviously if it's raining and you get out of the car, you don't want to be wheeling this across someone's hallway carpet, so you do need to lift it. That's where you really got to think about what you're going to carry in it. I tend to carry my colours in a hold-on rather than putting all my peroxides in there, but you can, I'll show you in a minute, they fit in there fine. But because of that, because of weight wise and everything, I prefer to just have a hold-all over my shoulder and then wheel this in, or if it's raining you can just carry it and go along. That is the downside of having a trolley when you're mobile rather than having everything in bags, but there are lots of positives to equal out the negatives, so that's another point. Now getting into the storage space, you can't see so well because it's black on black, but lots of room. It does come with 3 shelves which are velcroed in. Now I thought I'd be really clever, and I went to the local store, the Range. I took one of these shelves out and I found refrigerator box trays that fitted exactly to a square. So I thought, brilliant, I'll pop those in there and then I can slide them in and out, and then that'll be great. I ended up going back and changing them for this style. I think Addis make them, and these I got from the Range. I think Addis Curver, that's it. And then that just slides in just like that. So I keep I've got some hot tools and clippers I keep on there. It makes it dead easy to put in and out. So you can take that other Velcro shelf out and you can easily fit your peroxides in, either with the shelf in or take the shelf out. Yeah, you can get 1, 2, 3. It's not even a third full. There's loads you can get in there. But what happened was, when I got my square ones, I thought, brilliant, perfect size, absolutely brilliant. But this is a heavy duty metal frame, and the metal frame comes in slightly, so you can't fit a square in. I don't know if that's going to pick up. So the lip comes in about that far. So that's why you have to have a narrow one. But that is the perfect size, which I think is the smallest tray you can get. So I think Addis do them and things like that. Obviously you could get one in black if you want to be a bit smarter. But that's what I do. Right, I've just put the shelf back in, and I'll show you how I carry my things in here. So as I say, I have a separate holdall for the colours, so that's a different story. But what I do in the bottom shelf, I say I've got my curver drawer. I was going to use drawers for each one. That's what I planned to do in the first place. But I found it's much easier if I got these plastic bags from Primark. They were. I cut the handles off because they come like with little handles on, because that wasn't necessary. And having clear perspex, especially with all the sanitising going on at the moment, I think it looks clean, looks tidy. It can show you're being responsible. And I just slide that in. Now that one has got all my combs, brushes, scissors and such like. And then I've got Dyson, I couldn't think of the word then, a Dyson dryer, so I keep that in a bag as well. It just stops everything rattling around, keeps everything neat, and then once you've done your sanitised cleaning, you can put it back in there and it's not touching anything else, like that. And the zip round. I'm just doing this at a weird angle, so it looks very dodgy, but it's a beautifully smooth zip. So you've got 2 ends to the zip, so you can put a padlock on there if you want. There's also a numbering system here, lock and a key. I don't really find a use for that. I bring my bag in every night, so I don't leave it out in the car, so I've got to worry about. Besides, I think if you locked it and anybody did get it, they would really damage it to get all the stuff out. I have had stuff stolen out of my car before when I used to keep it in a holdall, and it was just dumped in the garden a few doors down because I think they opened it and just saw it's not really much use to them. Yeah, I think that's all there is to say about that. I'll do a close-up version of that in a moment. The top bag, which I think is definitely worth investing in. In here, what I do, I have taken everything out here at the moment. Actually, yeah, you keep your smaller size peroxides in there if you wanted to. See if the larger, that doesn't quite work. But what I keep in here is I keep all my styling products, gels, my water bottle, mousse, hairspray, all of that I keep in there. And then there's another zip at the top. Again, that's quite narrow, that one though. And here I keep my thinning scissors and spare scissors in there. One zip, there we go. So I just run a bit, I'll do a close-up and show a bit of me on the trolley with on a wooden floor, but it moves very easily on here. The wheels are genius. They are designed so hair doesn't clog in them, and I've never had an issue with them. Yeah, bearing in mind I've had it just under a year, and obviously a lot of this year I haven't worked at all because we're now February 2021, but April I can start back to work. Yeah, so I'll put the other bits in. Thanks for watching and hope to see you again. I hope this was useful. That's the main thing. I hope this was useful. Please comment if you found this useful. If you've got any questions about it, I'm happy to answer them for you. Yeah, that's everything. Thanks very much. Actually, quickly, before I go, I'm going to do a close-up shot of the trolley itself, and also I'm going to take it into the bathroom just so you can see how easy it glides on a hard wood floor. Apart from this not always locking, sometimes locking, not always locking, the other downside is it doesn't have a brake. So if you are pulling up on a drive and it's on a decline, don't turn your back on it. Get it out the car last. Get your bags or whatever else you need, then get this out, because otherwise you could put it on the drive, turn your back and it's gone. It's in the street. It's moved. That's because the wheels are so smooth. So it's genius, but it does need a lock, and it needs a bit of lock on the handle just for when you've got to carry it. That's everything. Okay, so I'll put those shots in now, and thanks for watching.